I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by ForensicGameology.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. San ni Ichi. Now, for anybody that speaks Japanese, they'll understand that that was the worst American accent Japanese words ever. In every language I speak, I have a horribly thick American accent. Even English. But this is 3-2-1. This is 3-2-1 in Japanese, or so I'm told. I don't know if I've ever said it correctly. So it's a really quick fighting game, but it has a fighting theme, but really it's a trick-taking game, and you're trying to get the least amount of points because points are damage. And so it's got a rock, paper, scissors thing going on with different elements. You have like wood and water and fire. You can only play some on top of others. They can't universally be played. And so you try to damage your opponents, keep the least amount of damage, and win the game. Simplicity versus complexity.
This game is going to be pretty simple. We failed to prepare well enough to grab the nice player aid that they give you.
What are you talking about? Oh. Those
so they give you
aids.
a couple player aids. So right here it tells you the different phases you can do and then where to put your cards so that you know what's the selected card and what's your combat pile versus your damage pile. That's this thing. But this tells you what you can do on your turn. And so it's right there. And the rock, paper, scissors aspect Tom mentioned is right here. So on your turn, you can do one of those things. Well, yeah, but so your turn is defined. We all pick a card, and we flip it over, and then whoever has the lowest card, so lowest to highest number goes. And that's what you do on your turn. You play your card somewhere. You do something with your card. Pretty simple. Yes.
This game is very simple. There's only 4 things you can do. Play a card, discard it, put it in your own pile. So play on an opponent, play on yourself to move to an opponent, or discard. And yet, we have taught this game to a lot of people, and all of them have been super confused. They're like, wait, what? How do I don't get it. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I read the rules, and maybe I'm a bad rule teacher, and so everyone else I taught. But this game was so easy for me to understand. Not to say I won. I wasn't good at like playing the game, but I understood what to do. I knew the rules, whereas other people that were teaching always had questions. Yeah. And so I feel like maybe it's a little more complex than I thought. Maybe I just had a really easy time with the rule book. But bear that in mind. I think this is a simple game that no one else thinks is a simple game.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Luck versus strategy.
Luck versus strategy.
It is. I think there's an awesome subtle strategy to this game because you can only do those 4 things. But what you do with the card you played matters because it affects other things. So do you play it on yourself as a deterrent to get higher numbered cards? Do you discard it so someone else can't play on what card you already have? I think with those few actions you can do, it is awesomely strategic. That being said, there is some luck because if you just played a card that can't be played anywhere and you have to play it on yourself or whatever it is, and then there's these special action cards that they just change the rules of the whole thing. So there is some luck, but I think the strategy is spot on.
This game is 100% strategy. Yes, you get dealt a random hand of cards, but what you do with it. Because every decision you make matters. And you can just look at the board as people put out their cards when we all flip them over, and you can just see, this is going to be an unmitigated disaster. Like, I'm going to get killed.
Yeah.
Or you look and you're like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. And there's so many things you can try to do because you don't have to play on yourself. You can discard. And I've seen people purposely take damage to get less damage than what would have been given them by someone else. And so I think this game is 100% strategy. It is a very cognitive, cerebral game. And we'll jump right into fun versus boring with how much fun that is.
Just use bigger words.
May I, please? Is that okay with you? Thank you. You're welcome. This game is so much fun, and I've had fun with it every time I've played. I haven't always won. It's like I said, it's really cerebral. You can look and see, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna get.
There's nothing you can do.
But I mean,
lucky.
No, because you choose the cards you play, and it depends. You kind of get a feel for when you should play your higher cards versus your lower cards. If you should just even give yourself damage to avoid somebody giving you a pile full of damage that once you take it, you will have the most and you're totally out of the game. So there's just so much going on, and it's just so thinky, but in a fast way. It says on the box 15-minute ninja battle, and I think it's approximately 15 minutes. Like, if you know the rules, if you played like a couple times, it's 15 minutes, but it's so logical in that 15 minutes. Like, it's not a heavy euro, but it gives you a really satisfying feel. Like a nice, good brain candy. Like a delicious brain candy.
I had a thought, and then Tom, with his rambling, poof, it's gone. This game is fun. I enjoy it. Oh, I was gonna say that. I remember to say thank you.
You're welcome.
There is a thank you, not you. There is a strategy of taking damage in the beginning that I don't know if I've done, but I've seen it done really well. Where you take some amount of damage in the beginning, and then everyone thinks, oh, you have damage. And then you come out with less damage. I mean, that can backfire because if you get another set, then you might be out for the game. But so there are some fun strategies of this game, like I mentioned earlier. Do I discard? I discarded a 2 the other day so that someone couldn't play a higher number on top of me because I was thinking I'm not going to get that. So there's a counter attack. It's a fun game. I find this to be enjoyable. BGG rating.
I would definitely give this a 10 out of 10. I will play this anytime. Really enjoy it.
I will give it an 8 out of 10. Every time we get to multiples of 500 subscribers, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geeky thing. So make sure to subscribe now on YouTube.
It could be you that wins.
Sanni Ichi. It's a terrible accent too. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.